ACT2. Scene 2.1. An outer room in Lovewit's house. Enter Sir Epicure Mammon and Surly. Ma'am. Come on, sir. Now you set your foot on shore in Nova Orb. Here's the rich Peru, and there within, sir, are the golden mines, great Solomon's Ophir. He was sailing taught 3 years, but we have reached it in 10 months. This is the day wherein, to all my friends, I will pronounce the happy word, be rich. This day you shall be SBCTTSSIMI. You shall no more deal with the hollow die or the frail card. No more be at charge of keeping the livery punk for the young heir, that must seal, at all hours, in his shirt. No more, if he deny, have him beaten taut, as he is that brings him the commodity. No more shall thirst of satin, or the covetous hunger of velvet entrails for a rude spun cloak, to be displayed at Madame Augusta's, make the sons of sword and hazard fall before the golden calf, and on their knees whole nights commit idolatry with wine and trumpets, or go a feasting after drum and ensign. No more of this. You shall start up young viceroys, and have your punks and punketees my surly. And unto the I speak at first, be rich. Where is my subtle there? Within, ho. Vase. Sir, he'll come to you by and by. Ma'am. That is his fire drake, his lungs, his Zephyrus, he that puffs his coals, till he firk nature up in her own center. You are not faithful, sir. This night I'll change all that is metal in my house to gold, and early in the morning will I send to all the plumbers and the pewterers, and buy their tin and lead up, and to Lothbury for all the copper. Sur. What, and turn that too? Ma'am. Yes, and I'll purchase Devonshire and Cornwall, and make them perfect Indies. You admire now. Sur. No, faith. Ma'am. But when you see effects of the great medicine, of which one part projected on 100 of Mercury, or Venus, or the moon shall turn it to as many of the sun, nay, to 1,000, so ad infinitum, you will believe me. Sur. Yes, when I see't I will. But if my eyes do cozen me so, and I giving them no occasion, sure I'll have Ahor, shall piss them out next day. Ma'am. Huh? Why? Do you think I fable with you? I assure you, he that has once the flower of the sun, the perfect ruby which we call elixir, not only can do that, but by its virtue can confer honor, love, respect, long life, give safety, valor, yea, and victory to whom he will. In 28 days I'll make an old man of 80, a child. Sur. No doubt he's that already. Ma'am. Nay, I mean, restore his years, renew him like an eagle to the 5th age, make him get sons and daughters young giants, as our philosophers have done, the ancient patriarchs afore the flood, but taking once a week on a knife's point, the quantity of a grain of mustard of it becomes stout marses and beget young cupids. Sur. The decayed vestals of Pictach would thank you, that keep the fire alive there. Ma'am. 'Tis the secret of naturist, gainst all infections, cures all diseases coming of all causes, a month's grief in a day, a year's in 12, and, of what age soever in a month, past all the doses of your drugging doctors. I'll undertake, withal, to fright the plague out of the kingdom in 3 months. Sur. And I'll be bound, the players shall sing your praises, then, without their poets. Ma'am. Sir, I'll dot. Meantime, I'll give away so much unto my man shall serve the whole city, with preservative weekly. Each house his dose, and at the rate. Sur. As he that built the waterwork does with water. Ma'am. You are incredulous. Sur. Faith, I have a humor, I would not willingly be gulled. Your stone cannot transmute me. Ma'am. Pertinax surly, will you believe antiquity? Records. I'll show you a book where Moses and his sister, and Solomon have written of the art and a treatise penned by Adam. Sur. How? Ma'am. Of the philosopher's stone, and in High Dutch. Sur. Did Adam write, sir, in High Dutch? Ma'am. He did, which proves it was the primitive tongue. Sur. What paper? Ma'am. On cedar board. Sur. Oh, that indeed, they say, will last gainst worms. Ma'am, tease like your Irish wood, gainst cobwebs. I have a piece of Jason's fleece, too, which was no other than a book of alchemy, writ in large sheepskin, a good fat ram vellum. Such was Pythagoras' thigh, Pandora's tub, and all that fable of Medea's charms, the manner of our work. The bulls, our furnace still breathing fire. Our argent five, the dragon's teeth, mercury sublimate. That keeps the whiteness, hardness, and the biting, and they are gathered into Jason's helm, the alembic, and then sowed in Mars his field, and then sublimed so often, till they're fixed. Both this, the Hesperian garden, Cadmus' story, Jove's shower, the boon of Midas, Argus' eyes, Bacchus his demogorgon, thousands more, all abstract riddles of our stone. How now? Do we succeed? Is our day come? And holds it? Vase. The evening will set red upon you, sir. You have color for it, crimson. The red ferment has done his office. 3 hours hence prepare you to see projection. Ma'am, pertinax my surly. Again I say to thee, aloud be rich. This day thou shalt have ingots, and tomorrow give lords affront is it my Zephyrus right. Blushes the bolt's head. Vase. Like a wench with child, sir, that were but now discovered to her master. Ma'am, excellent witty lungs, my only care where to get stuff enough now, to project on this town will not half serve me. Vase. No, sir. By the covering off o' churches. Ma'am. That's true. Vase. Yes. Let them stand bare, as do their auditory, or cap them new with shingles. Ma'am. No good thatch will lie light upon the rafters, lungs, I will manumit thee from the furnace, I will restore thee thy complexion, puff, lost in the embers, and repair this brain, hurt with the fume o' the metals. Vase. I have blown, sir, hard for your worship, thrown by many a coal, when 'twas not beech. Weighed those I put in just to keep your heat still even. These bleared eyes have whacked to read your several colors, sir, of the pale citron, the green lion, the crow, the peacock's tail, the plumed swan. Ma'am. And lastly, thou hast descried the flower, the sanguis agni. Vase. Yes, sir. Ma'am. Where's master? Vase. At his prayers, sir, he, good man, he's doing his devotions for the success. Ma'am. Lungs, I will set a period to all thy labors. Thou shalt be the master of my seraglio. Vase. Good, sir. Ma'am. But do you hear? I'll geld you, lungs. Vase. Yes, sir. Ma'am. For I do mean to have a list of wives and concubines, equal with Solomon, who had the stone alike with me. And I will make me aback with the elixir, that shall be as tough as Hercules, to encounter 50 a night. Thou'rt sure thou saw'st it blood. Vase. Both blood and spirit, sir. Ma'am. I will have all my beds blown up, not stuffed, down is too hard. And then, mine oval room filled with such pictures as Tiberius took from Elephantes, and dull Aretine but coldly imitated. Then, my glasses cut in more subtle angles, to disperse and multiply the figures, as I walk naked between my succubi. My mists I'll have of perfume, vapored about the room to lose ourselves in, and my baths like pits to fall into, from whence we will come forth, and roll us dry in gossamer and roses. Is it arrived at Ruby, where I spy a wealthy citizen or rich lawyer, have a sublimed pure wife, unto that fellow I'll send 1,000 pound to be my cuckold. Vase. And I shall carry it. Ma'am. No. I'll have no bawds but fathers and mothers. They will do it best, best of all others. And my flatterers shall be the pure and gravest of divines, that I can get for money. My mere fools, eloquent burgesses, and then my poets the same that writ so subtly of the fart, whom I will entertain still for that subject. The few that would give out themselves to be court and town stallions, and, eachwhere, belie ladies who are known most innocent for them, those will I beg to make me eunuchs of, and they shall fan me with 10 estrich tails a piece, made in a plume to gather wind. We will be brave, Puff, now we have the medicine. My meat shall all come in Indian shells, dishes of agate set in gold, and studded with emeralds, sapphires, hyacinths, and rubies. The tongues of carps, dormice, and camels' heels, boiled in the spirit of soul, and dissolved pearl apicius diet, gainst the epilepsy, and I will eat these broths with spoons of amber, headed with diamond and carbuncle. My footboy shall eat pheasants, calvered salmons, knots, godwits, lampreys. I myself will have the beards of barbels served, instead of salads, oiled mushrooms, and the swelling unctuous paps of a fat pregnant sow, newly cut off, dressed with an exquisite and poignant sauce, for which I'll say unto my cook, there's gold, go forth and be a knight. Vase. Sir, I'll go look a little, how it heightens. Ma'am. Do my shirts I'll have of taffeta sarcenet, soft and light as cobwebs, and for all my other raiment, it shall be such as might provoke the Persian, were he to teach the world riot anew. My gloves of fishes and birds' skins, perfumed with gums of paradise, and eastern air. Sur. And do you think to have the stone with this? Ma'am. No, I do think have all this with the stone. Sur. Why, I have heard he must be homo frugi, a pious, holy, and religious man, one free from mortal sin, a very virgin. Ma'am. That makes it, sir, he is so, but I buy it, my venture brings it me. He, honest wretch, a notable, superstitious, good soul, has worn his knees bare and his slippers bald with prayer and fasting for it. And, sir, let him do it alone for me still. Here he comes. Not a profane word afore him. Tea's poison, good morrow, father. Sub. Gentle son, good morrow, and to your friend there. What is he is with you? Ma'am. An heretic that I did bring along, in hope, sir, to convert him. Sub. Son, I doubt you are covetous, that thus you meet your time in the just point, prevent your day at morning. This argues something, worthy of a fear of importune and carnal appetite. Take heed you do not cause the blessing leave you, with your ungoverned haste. I should be sorry to see my labors, now even at perfection, got by long watching and large patience, not prosper where my love and zeal hath placed them. Which heaven I call to witness, with yourself, to whom I have poured my thoughts in all my ends, have looked no way but unto public good, to pious uses, and dear charity now grown a prodigy with men. Wherein if you, my son, should now prevaricate, and to your own particular lusts employ so great and catholic a bliss, be sure a curse will follow, yea, and overtake your subtle and most secret ways. Ma'am. I know, sir, you shall not need to fear me. I but come to have you confute this gentleman. Sur. Who is indeed, sir, somewhat costive of belief toward your stone, would not be gulled. Sub. Well, son, all that I can convince him in is this: the work is done, bright soul is in his robe. We have a medicine of the triple soul, the glorified spirit. Thanks be to heaven, and make us worthy of it, Ulen Spiegel. Vase. Anon, sir. Sub. Look well to the register. And let your heat still lessen by degrees to the aludels. Vase. Yes, sir. Sub. Did you look on the bolt's head yet? Vase. Which? On 500, sir. Sub. Aye, what's the complexion? Vase. Whitish. Sub. Infuse vinegar, to draw his volatile substance and his tincture, and let the water in glass be filtered, and put into the gripe's egg. Lute him well, and leave him closed in balneo. Vase. I will, sir. Sur. What a brave language here is. Next decanting. Sub. I have another work you never saw, son, that 3 days since passed the philosopher's wheel, in the lent heat of Athenor, and's become sulphur of nature. Ma'am. But tease for me. Sub. What need you? You have enough in that is perfect. Ma'am. Oh, but. Sub. Why this is covetize. Ma'am. No, I assure you, I shall employ it all in pious uses, founding of colleges and grammar schools, marrying young virgins, building hospitals, and now and then a church. Sub. How now? Vase. Sir, please you, shall I not change the filter? Sub. Marry, yes, and bring me the complexion of glass B. Ma'am. Have you another? Sub. Yes, son, were I assured your piety were firm, we would not want the means to glorify it. But I hope the best. I mean to tinct 100 in sand heat tomorrow and give him imbibition. Ma'am. Of white oil. Sub. No, sir, of red. F is come over the helm too, I thank my maker, in S. Mary's bath and shows lac virginis. Blessed be heaven. I sent you of his feces there calcined. Out of that calx, I have won the salt of mercury. Ma'am. By pouring on your rectified water. Sub. Yes, and reverberating in Athenor. How now? What color says it? Vase. The ground black, sir. Ma'am. That's your crow's head. Sur. Your coxcombs, is it not? Sub. No, 'tis not perfect. Would it were the crow. That work wants something. Sur. Oh, I looked for this. The hay's a pitching. Sub. Are you sure you loosed them in their own menstru? Vase. Yes, sir, and then married them, and put them in a bolt's head nipped to digestion according as you bade me, when I set the liquor of Mars to circulation in the same heat. Sub. The process then was right. Vase. Yes, by the token, sir, the retort brake, and what was saved was put into the pelican, and signed with Hermes' seal. Sub. I think 'twas so. We should have a new amalgama. Sur. Oh, this ferret is rank as any polecat. Sub. But I care not, let him e'en die, we have enough beside in embryon. H has his white shirt on. Vase. Yes, sir, he's ripe for insuration, he stands warm in his ash fire. I would not you should let any die now, if I might counsel, sir, for luck's sake to the rest, it is not good. Ma'am. He says right. Sur. Aye, are you bolted? Vase. Nay, I note, sir, I have seen the ill fortune. What is some 3 ounces of fresh materials? Ma'am. Is no more. Vase. No more, sir. Of gold, tea amalgam with some 6 of mercury. Ma'am. Away, here's money. What will serve? Vase. Ask him, sir. Ma'am. How much? Sub. Give him £9, you may give him 10. Sur. Yes, 20 and be cozened do. Ma'am. There 'tis. Sub. This needs not, but that you will have it so to see conclusions of all. For 2 of our inferior works are at fixation, a 3rd is in ascension. Go your ways. Have you set the oil of lunar in chemia? Vase. Yes, sir. Sub. And the philosopher's vinegar. Vase. Aye. Sur. We shall have a salad. Ma'am. When do you make projection? Sub. Son, be not hasty, I exalt our medicine, by hanging him in balneo vaporoso, and giving him solution, then congeal him, and then dissolve him. Then again congeal him, for look, how oft I iterate the work, so many times I add unto his virtue. As if at first 1 ounce convert 100, after his second loose, he'll turn 1,000, his third solution, 10, his fourth 100, after his fifth 1,000 ounces of any imperfect metal, into pure silver or gold in all examinations as good as any of the natural mine. Get you your stuff here against afternoon, your brass, your pewter, and your andirons. Ma'am. Not those of iron. Sub. Yes, you may bring them too, we'll change all metals. Sur. I believe you in that. Ma'am. Then I may send my spits. Sub. Yes, and your racks. Sur. And dripping pans, and pot hangers, and hooks. Shall he not? Sub. If he please. Sir, to be an ass. Sub. How, sir? Ma'am. This gentleman you must bear withal, I told you he had no faith. Sur. And little hope, sir, but much less charity should I gull myself. Sub. Why, what have you observed, sir, in our art seems so impossible. Sur. But your whole work no more. That you should hatch gold in a furnace, sir, as they do eggs in Egypt. Sub. Sir, do you believe that eggs are hatched so? Sur. If I should. Sub. Why, I think that the greater miracle. No egg, but differs from a chicken more than metals in themselves. Sur. That cannot be. The egg's ordained by nature to that end, and is a chicken in potentia. Sub. The same we say of lead and other metals, which would be gold if they had time. Ma'am. And that our art doth further. Sub. I, for 'twere absurd to think that nature and the earth bred gold perfect in the instant. Something went before. There must be remote matter. Sur. I, what is that? Sub. Marry, we say. Ma'am. I, now it heats, stand, father, pound him to dust. Sub. It is of the one part a humid exhalation, which we call material liquida, or the unctuous water on the other part, a certain crass and vicious portion of earth, both which concorporate, do make the elementary matter of gold, which is not yet propria materia, but common to all metals and all stones, for where it is forsaken of that moisture, and hath more dryness, it becomes a stone. Where it retains more of the humid fatness, it turns to sulfur or to quicksilver, who are the parents of all other metals. Nor can this remote matter suddenly progress so from extreme unto extreme, as to grow gold, and leap o'er all the means. Nature doth first beget the imperfect, then proceeds she to the perfect. Of that airy and oily water mercury is engendered, sulfur of the fat and earthy part, the one which is the last, supplying the place of male, the other of the female in all metals. Some do believe hermaphrodity, that both do act and suffer. But these two make the rest ductile, malleable, extensive. And even in gold they are, for we do find seeds of them, by our fire and gold in them, and can produce the species of each metal more perfect thence, than nature doth in earth. Beside, who doth not see in daily practice art can beget bees, hornets, beetles, wasps, out of the carcasses and dung of creatures, yea, scorpions of an herb being rightly placed. And these are living creatures, far more perfect and excellent than metals. Ma'am. Well said, father. Nay, if he take you in hand, sir, with an argument, he'll bray you in a mortar. Sur. Pray you, sir, stay. Rather than I'll be brayed, sir, I'll believe that alchemy is a pretty kind of game, somewhat like tricks o' the cards, to cheat a man with charming. Sub. Sir. Sur. What else are all your terms, whereon no one of your writers agrees with other? Of your elixir, your lac virginis, your stone, your medicine, and your chrysosperm, your sal, your sulfur, and your mercury, your oil of height, your tree of life, your blood, your marchesite, your tutti, your magnesia, your toad, your crow, your dragon, and your panther. Your sun, your moon, your firmament, your adrop, your lotto, azok, zernish, chibrit, hudarit, and then your red man and your white woman with all your broths, your menstrues, and materials of piss and eggshells, women's terms, man's blood, hair o' the head, burnt clouts, chalk, merds, and clay, powder of bones, scalings of iron, glass, and worlds of other strange ingredients, would burst a man to name. Sub. And all these named, intending but one thing, which art our writers use to obscure their art. Ma'am. Sir, so I told him because the simple idiot should not learn it, and make it vulgar. Sub. Was not all the knowledge of the Egyptians writ in mystic symbols? Speak not the scriptures oft in parables? Are not the choicest fables of the poets, that were the fountains and first springs of wisdom, wrapped in perplexed allegories? Ma'am. I urged that, and cleared to him, that Sisyphus was damned to roll the ceaseless stone, only because he would have made ours common. Dol, who is this? Sub. Sprecious, what do you mean? Go in, good lady, let me entreat you. Where's this varlet? Vase. Sir. Sub. You very knave. Do you use me thus? Vase. Wherein, sir? Sub. Go in and see, you traitor. Go. Ma'am. Who is it, sir? Sub. Nothing, sir, nothing. Ma'am. What's the matter, good sir? I have not seen you thus distempered, who is't? Sub. All arts have still had, sir, their adversaries, but ours the most ignorant. What now? Vase. 'Twas not my fault, sir, she would speak with you. Sub. Would she, sir? Follow me. Ma'am. Stay lungs. Vase. I dare not, sir. Ma'am. Stay, man, what is she? Vase. A lord's sister, sir. Ma'am. How? Pray thee stay. Vase. She's mad, sir, and sent hither he'll be mad too. Ma'am. I warrant thee, why sent hither? Vase. Sir, to be cured. Sabe. Why, rascal. Vase. Lo you here, sir. Ma'am. For God, a Bradamante, a brave piece. Sur. Heart, this is a bawdy house. I will be burnt else. Ma'am. Oh, by this light no, do not wrong him. He's too scrupulous that way, it is his vice. No, he's a rare physician, do him right, an excellent Paracelsian, and has done strange cures with mineral physic. He deals all with spirits, he will not hear a word of Galen, or his tedious recipes. How now, lungs? Vase. Softly, sir, speak softly. I meant to have told your worship all. This must not hear. Ma'am. No, he will not be gulled, let him alone. Vase. You are very right, sir, she is a most rare scholar, and is gone mad with studying Broughton's works. If you but name a word touching the Hebrew, she falls into her fit, and will discourse so learnedly of genealogies, as you would run mad too, to hear her, sir. Ma'am. How might one do tea, have conference with her lungs? Vase. O divers have run mad upon the conference, I do not know, sir. I am sent in haste to fetch a vial. Sur. Be not gulled, Sir Mammon. Ma'am. Wherein? Pray ye be patient. Sur. Yes, as you are, and trust confederate knaves and bawds and whores. Ma'am. You're too foul, believe it come here, Ulin one word. Vase. I dare not, in good faith. Ma'am. Stay, knave. Vase. He is extreme angry that you saw her, sir. Ma'am. Drink that. What is she when she's out of her fit? Vase. Oh, the most affable'st creature, sir. So merry. So pleasant. She'll mount you up like quicksilver over the helm, and circulate like oil a very vegetal. Discourse of state, of mathematics, bawdry, anything. Ma'am. Is she no way accessible? No means, no trick to give a man a taste of her wit or so. Sabe. Ulin. Vase. I'll come to you again, sir. Ma'am. Surly, I did not think one of your breeding would traduce personages of worth. Sur. Sir Epicure, your friend to use, yet still loth to be gulled, I do not like your philosophical bawds. Their stone is lechery enough to pay for, without this bait. Ma'am. Heart, you abuse yourself. I know the lady and her friends and means, the original of this disaster. Her brother has told me all. Sur. And yet you never saw her till now. Ma'am. Oh yes, but I forgot. I have, believe it, one of the treacherousest memories, I do think, of all mankind. Sur. What call you her brother? Ma'am. My lord, he will not have his name known, now I think on't. Sur. A very treacherous memory. Ma'am. On my faith. Sur. Tut, if you have it not about you, pass it till we meet next. Ma'am. Nay, by this hand, 'tis true. He's one I honor and my noble friend, and I respect his house. Sur. Heart. Can it be that a grave, sir, a rich that has no need, a wise sir, too, at other times should thus, with his own oaths and arguments, make hard means to gull himself? And this be your elixir, your lapis mineralis, and your lunary, give me your honest trick yet at primero or gleek, and take your ludum sapientes, your menstruum simplex. I'll have gold before you, and with less danger of the quicksilver, or the hot sulphur. Vase. Here's one from Captain Face, sir, desires you meet him in the Temple Church, some half hour hence, and upon earnest business. Sir, if you please to quit us now, and come again within 2 hours, you shall have my master busy examining the works, and I will steal you in, unto the party, that you may see her converse, sir, shall I say, you'll meet the captain's worship. Sur. Sir, I will, but by attorney and to a second purpose. Now I am sure it is a bawdy house, I'll swear it, were the marshal here to thank me, the naming this commander doth confirm it. Don face. Why, he's the most authentic dealer in these commodities, the superintendent to all the quainter traffickers in town. He is the visitor and does appoint, who lies with whom and at what hour, what price which gown and in what smock, what fall, what tire. Him will I prove by a third person to find the subtleties of this dark labyrinth, which if I do discover, dear Sir Mammon, you'll give your poor friend leave, though no philosopher, to laugh. For you that are, tease thought, shall weep. Vase. Sir, he does pray, you'll not forget. Sur. I will not, sir. Sir Epicure, I shall leave you. Ma'am. I follow you straight. Vase. But do so, good sir, to avoid suspicion. This gentleman has a parlous head. Ma'am. But wilt thou, Ulen, be constant to thy promise? Vase. As my life, sir. Ma'am. And wilt thou insinuate what I am, and praise me, and say I am a noble fellow? Vase. Oh, what else, sir? And that you'll make her royal with the stone and empress, and yourself king of Bantam. Ma'am. Wilt thou do this? Vase. Will I, sir? Ma'am. Lungs, my lungs. I love thee. Vase. Send your stuff, sir, that my master may busy himself about projection. Ma'am. Thou hast witched me, rogue, take, go. Vase. Your jack and all, sir. Ma'am. Thou art a villain, I will send my jack, and the weights too. Slave, I could bite thine ear. Away, thou dost not care for me. Vase. Not I, sir. Ma'am. Come, I was born to make thee, my good weasel, set thee on a bench, and have thee twirl a chain with the best lord's vermin of 'em all. Vase. Away, sir. Ma'am. Account nay, account palatine. Vase. Good sir, go. Ma'am. Shall not advance thee better, no, nor faster. Sub. Has he bit? Has he bit? Vase. And swallowed too my subtle. I have given him line, and now he plays, I faith. Sub. And shall we twitch him? Vase. Thorough both the gills. A wench is a rare bait, with which a man no sooner's taken, but he straight firks mad. Sub. Dol, my lord what's him sister, you must now bear yourself statelick. Dol. Oh, let me alone. I'll not forget my race, I warrant you. I'll keep my distance, laugh and talk aloud, have all the tricks of a proud scurvy lady, and be as rude as her woman. Vase. Well said, sanguine. Sub. But will he send his andirons? Vase. His jack too, and's iron shoeing horn, I have spoke to him. Well, I must not lose my wary gamester yonder. Sub. Oh, Monsieur Caution, that will not be gull 500. Vase. If I can strike a fine hook into him, now. The Temple Church, there I have cast mine angle. Well, pray for me. I'll about it. Sub. What more gudgeons? Dol scout scout. Stay, face, you must go to the door. Pray God it be my Anabaptist who ist, Dol. Dol. I know him not, he looks like a golden man. Sub. Odds so. 'Tis he said he would send what call you him. The sanctified elder, that should deal for Mammon's jack and andirons. Let him in. Stay, help me off first with my gown. Away, madam, to your withdrawing chamber. Now in a new tune, new gesture, but old language. This fellow is sent from one negotiates with me about the stone too, for the holy brethren of Amsterdam, the exiled saints, that hope to raise their discipline by it. I must use him in some strange fashion now, to make him admire me. Where is my drudge? Vase. Sir. Sub. Take away the recipient, and rectify your menstrue from the phlegma. Then pour it on the sal, in the cucurbite, and let them macerate together. Vase. Yes, sir. And save the ground. Sub. No, terra damnata must not have entrance in the work. Who are you? A. A faithful brother, if it please you. Sub. What's that? A Lullianist. A Ripley. Filius Artes. Can you sublime and dulcify? Calcine. Know you the sapper pontic? Sapper styptic. Or what is homogene or heterogen? A. I understand no heathen language, truly. Sub. Heathen. Unipper doling. Is ars sacra, or chrysopoia or spagirica, or the pamphysic or panarchic knowledge a heathen language? A. Heathen Greek, I take it. Sub. How? Heathen Greek. A. All's heathen but the Hebrew. Sub. Sirrah, my varlet, stand you forth and speak to him, like a philosopher. Answer in the language. Name the vexations and the martyrizations of metals in the work. Vase. Sir, putrefaction solution, ablution, sublimation, cohibation, calcination, ceration, and fixation. Sub. This is heathen Greek to you, now, and when comes vivification? Vase. After mortification. Sub. What's cohibation? Vase. Tease the pouring on your aqua regis, and then drawing him off to the trine circle of the 7 spheres. Sub. What's the proper passion of metals? Vase. Malleation. Sub. What's your ultimum supplicium auri? Vase. Antimonium. Sub. This is heathen Greek to you, and what's your mercury? Vase. A very fugitive, he will be gone, sir. Sub. How know you him? Vase. By his viscosity, his ollosity, and his suscitability. Sub. How do you sublime him? Vase. With the calce of eggshells, white marble, talc. Sub. Your magisterium now, what's that? Vase. Shifting, sir, your elements dry into cold, cold into moist, moist into hot, hot into dry. Sub. This is heathen Greek to you still. Your lapis philosophicus. Vase. Tease a stone and not a stone, a spirit, a soul, and a body, which, if you do dissolve, it is dissolved. If you coagulate, it is coagulated. If you make it to fly, it flieth. Sub. Enough. This is heathen Greek to you. What are you, sir? A. Please you, a servant of the exiled brethren, that deal with widows and with orphans' goods, and make a just account unto the saints. A deacon. Sub. Oh, you are sent from Master Wholesome, your teacher. A. From Tribulation Wholesome, our very zealous pastor. Sub. Good. I have some orphans' goods to come here. A. Of what kind, sir? Sub. Pewter and brass, andirons and kitchenware, metals that we must use our medicine on, wherein the brethren may have a pennyworth for ready money. A. Were the orphans' parents sincere professors? Sub. Why do you ask? A. Because we then are to deal justly, and give, in truth, their utmost value. Sub. Slid you'd cousin else, and if their parents were not of the faithful, I will not trust you, now I think on it, till I have talked with your pastor. Have you brought money to buy more coals? A. No, surely. Sub. No. How so? A. The brethren bid me say unto you, sir, surely, they will not venture any more, till they may see projection. Sub. How? A. You have had for the instruments, as bricks and loam and glasses, already 30 pound, and for materials, they say, some 90 more. And they have heard since that one at Heidelberg made it of an egg and a small paper of pin dust. Sub. What's your name? A. My name is Ananias. Sub. Out, the varlet that cozen the apostles. Hence away. Flee mischief. Had your holy consistory no name to send me, of another sound, than wicked Ananias. Send your elders hither to make atonement for you quickly, and give me satisfaction, or out goes the fire, and down alembics and the furnace Piger Henricus, or what not. Thou wretch, both Saracen and Bufo shall be lost, tell them. All hope of rooting out the bishops, or the antichristian hierarchy, shall perish, if they stay 60 minutes. the equity and sulphurity shall run together again, and all be annulled, thou wicked Ananias. This will fetch 'em, and make them haste towards their gulling more. A man must deal like a rough nurse, and fright those that are froward to an appetite. Vase. He is busy with his spirits, but will upon him. Sub. How now? What mates, what bayards have we here? Vase. I told you he would be furious, sir. Here's Nab, has brought you another piece of gold to look on. We must appease him. Give it me and praise you, you would devise what is it, Nab. Drug. A sign, sir. Vase. I a good lucky one, a thriving sign, doctor. Sub. I was devising now. Vase. Slight, do not say so. He will repent he gave you any more. What say you to his constellation, doctor, the balance? Sub. No, that way is stale and common. A townsman born in Taurus gives the bull or the bull's head. In Aries the ram a poor device. No, I will have his name formed in some mystic character, whose radii striking the senses of the passers-by shall, by a virtual influence, breed affections that may result upon the party owns it, as thus. Vase. Nab. Sub. He shall have a bell that's able, and by it standing one whose name is D, in a rug gown there's 500, and rug, that's drug, and right ainst him a dog snarling There's drugger, able drugger. That's his sign. And here's now mystery and hieroglyphic. Vase. Able thou art made. Drug. Sir, I do thank his worship. Vase. 60, thy legs more will not do it, Nab. He has brought you a pipe of tobacco, doctor. Drug. Yes, sir, I have another thing I would impart. Vase. Out with it, Nab. Drug. Sir, there is lodged hard by me a rich young widow. Vase. Good. A bona robe. Drug. But 19 at the most. Vase. Very good, able. Drug. Mary, she's not in fashion yet. She wears a hood, but it stands a cop. Vase. No matter, able. Drug. And I do now, and then give her a fucus. Vase. What? Dost thou deal, Nab? Sub. I did tell you, Captain. Drug. And physic too, sometime, sir, for which she trusts me with all her mind. She's come up here of purpose to learn the fashion. Vase. Good his match too, on Nab. Drug. And she does strangely long to know her fortune. Vase. Odds lid, Nab, send her to the doctor hither. Drug. Yes, I have spoke to her of his worship already, but she's afraid it will be blown abroad and hurt her marriage. Vase. Heard it. 'Tis the way to heal it, if 'twere hurt, to make it more followed and sought. Nab, thou shalt tell her this. She'll be more known, more talked of, and your widows are ne'er of any price till they be famous. Their honor is their multitude of suitors. Send her, it may be thy good fortune. What? Thou dost not know. Drug. No, sir, she'll never marry under a night. Her brother has made a vow. Vase. What? And dost thou despair, my little Nab, knowing what the doctor has set down for thee, and seeing so many of the city dubbed? One glass o' thy water, with a madam I know, will have it done, Nab. What's her brother a knight? Drug. No, sir, a gentleman newly warm in his land, sir, scarce cold in his 21, that does govern his sister here, and is a man himself of some 3,000 a year, and is come up to learn to quarrel, and to live by his wits, and will go down again and die in the country. Vase. How? To quarrel. Drug. Yes, sir, to carry quarrels, as gallants do, to manage them by line. Vase. Slid Nab, the doctor is the only man in Christendom for him. He has made a table, with mathematical demonstrations, touching the art of quarrels. He will give him an instrument to quarrel by. Go, bring them both, him and his sister. And for thee, with her the doctor haply may persuade. Go to, shalt give his worship a new damask suit upon the premises. Sub. Oh, good captain. Vase. He is the honestest fellow, doctor stay not, no offers, bring the damask and the parties. Drug, I'll try my powers, sir. Vase, and thy will too, nab. Sub, tea's good tobacco this. What is't an ounce? Vase, he'll send you £1, doctor. Sub, oh no. Vase, he will dot. It is the goodest soul, able about it. Thou shalt know more anon. Away, be gone. A miserable rogue, and lives with cheese and has the worms. That was the cause, indeed, why he came now. He dealt with me in private, to get a medicine for them. Sub, and shall, sir. This works. Vase, a wife for one on us, my dear settle. We'll e'en draw lots, and he that fails shall have the more in goods, the other has in tail. Sub, rather the less, for she may be so light she may want grains. Vase, I, or be such a burden, a man would scarce endure her for the whole. Sub, faith, best let's see her first, and then determine. Vase, content, but Dol must have no breath on't. Sub, mum, away you, to your surly yonder, catch him. Vase, pray God I have not stayed too long. Sub, I fear it. ACT 3. Scene 3.1. The lane before Lovewit's house. Enter Tribulation, Wholesome, and Ananias. TRI. These chastisements are common to the saints, and such rebukes we of the separation must bear with willing shoulders, as the trials sent forth to tempt our frailties. ANA. In pure zeal I do not like the man. He is a heathen, and speaks the language of Canaan truly. TRI. I think him a profane person indeed. ANA. He bears the visible mark of the beast in his forehead. And for his stone, it is a work of darkness, and with philosophy blinds the eyes of man. TRI. Good brother, we must bend unto all means, that may give furtherance to the holy cause. ANA. Which his cannot, the sanctified cause should have a sanctified course. TRI. Not always necessary. The children of perdition are oft times made instruments even of the greatest works. Beside, we should give somewhat to man's nature. The place he lives in, still about the fire, and fume of metals that intoxicate the brain of man and make him prone to passion. Where have you greater atheists than your cooks? Or more profane or choleric than your glassmen? More anti-Christian than your bell-founders? What makes the devil so devilish? I would ask you, Sathan, our common enemy, but his being perpetually about the fire, and boiling brimstone and arsenic. We must give, I say, unto the motives, and the stirrers up of humors in the blood. It may be so, when as the work is done, the stone is made, this heat of his may turn into a zeal, and stand up for the beauteous discipline, against the menstruous cloth and rag of Rome. We must await his calling, and the coming of the good spirit. You did fault, upbraid him with the brethren's blessing of Heidelberg, weighing what need we have to hasten on the work, for the restoring of the silent saints, which ne'er will be, but by the philosopher's stone. And so a learned elder, one of Scotland, assured me, Aurum potabile being the only medicine, for the civil magistrate incline him to a feeling of the cause, and must be daily used in the disease. ANA. I have not edified more truly, by man, not since the beautiful light first shone on me, and I am sad my zeal hath so offended. TRI. Let us call on him then. ANA. The motion's good, and of the spirit, I will knock first. Peace be within. Scene 3.2. A room in Lovewit's house. Enter Subtle, followed by Tribulation and Ananias. Sub. Oh, are you come? 'Twas time. Your 60 minutes were at last thread, you see. And down had gone furnace aceti, turris circulatorius, lembeck, bolt's head, retort, and pelican had all been cinders. Wicked Ananias. Art thou returned? Nay then, it goes down yet. TRI. Sir, be appeased. He is come to humble himself in spirit, and to ask your patience, if too much zeal hath carried him aside from the due path. Sub. Why this doth qualify? TRI. The brethren had no purpose, verily, to give you the least grievance, but are ready to lend their willing hands to any project the Spirit and you direct. Sub. This qualifies more. Tri. And for the orphans' goods, let them be valued, or what is needful else to the holy work, it shall be numbered. Here, by me, the saints, throw down their purse before you. Sub. This qualifies most. Why thus it should be, now you understand. Have I discoursed so unto you of our stone, and of the good that it shall bring your cause? Showed you, beside the main of hiring forces abroad, drawing the Hollanders, your friends from the Indies, to serve you with all their fleet, that even the medicinal use shall make you a faction, and party in the realm. As put the case that some great man in state, he have the gout, why, you but send 3 drops of your elixir, you help him straight. There you have made a friend. Another has the palsy or the dropsy, he takes of your incombustible stuff, he's young again. There you have made a friend, a lady that is past the feet of body, though not of mind, and hath her face decayed beyond all cure of paintings, you restore with the oil of talc. There you have made a friend, and all her friends. A lord that is a leper, a knight that has the bone ache, or a squire that hath both these, you make them smooth and sound with a bare fricase of your medicine. Still you increase your friends. Tri. It is very pregnant. Sub. And then the turning of this lawyer's pewter to plate at Christmas. Ana. Christide, I pray you. Sub. Yet Ananias. Ana. I have done. Sub. Or changing his parcel gilt to massy gold. You cannot but raise you friends. Withal, to be of power to pay an army in the field, to buy the King of France out of his realms, or Spain out of his Indies. What can you not do against lords spiritual or temporal, that shall open you? Tri. Verily, 'tis true. We may be temporal lords ourselves, I take it. Sub. You may be anything and leave off to make long-winded exercises, or suck up your ha, and hum, in a tune. I not deny, but such as are not graced in a state may, for their ends, be adverse in religion, and get a tune to call the flock together, for, to say sooth, a tune does much with women and other phlegmatic people. It is your bell. Ana. Bells are profane, a tune may be religious. Sub. No warning with you. Then farewell my patience. Slight it shall down, I will not be thus tortured. Tri. I pray you, sir. Sub. All shall perish. I have spoken it. Tri. Let me find grace, sir, in your eyes. The man he stands corrected. Neither did his zeal, but as yourself, allow a tune somewhere. Which now, being towed the stone, we shall not need. Sub. No, nor your holy vizard, to win widows to give you legacies, or make zealous wives to rob their husbands for the common cause, nor take the start of bonds broke but one day, and say they were forfeited by Providence. Nor shall you need o'ernight to eat huge meals, to celebrate your next day's fast the better, though whilst the brethren and the sisters humbled, abate the stiffness of the flesh. Nor cast before your hungry hearers scrupulous bones, as whether a Christian may hawk or hunt, or whether matrons of the Holy Assembly may lay their hair out, or wear doublets, or have that idle starch about their linen. Ana. It is indeed an idol. Tri. Mind him not, sir. I do command thee, spirit of zeal, but trouble to peace within him. Pray you, sir, go on. Sub. Nor shall you need to libel, gainst the prelates, and shorten so your ears against the hearing of the next wire-drawn grace. Nor of necessity rail against plays, to please the alderman whose daily custard you devour, nor lie with zealous rage till you are hoarse. Not one of these so singular arts. Nor call yourselves by names of tribulation, persecution, restraint, long patience, and such like, affected by the whole family or wood of you, only for glory, and to catch the ear of the disciple. Tri. Truly, sir, they are ways that the godly brethren have invented for propagation of the glorious cause as very notable means, and whereby also themselves grow soon, and profitably, famous. Sub. Oh, but the stone, all's idle to it. Nothing. The art of angels, nature's miracle, the divine secret that doth fly in clouds from east to west, and whose tradition is not from men, but spirits. Ana. I hate traditions, I do not trust them. Tri. Peace. Ana. They are popish all. I will not peace, I will not. Tri. Ananias. Ana. Please the profane to grieve the godly, I may not. Sub. Well, Ananias, thou shalt overcome. Tri. It is an ignorant zeal that haunts him, sir. But truly else a very faithful brother, a botcher and a man by revelation, that hath a competent knowledge of the truth. Sub. Has he a competent sum there in the bag, to buy the goods within? I am made guardian, and must, for charity and conscience' sake, now see the most be made for my poor orphan, though I desire the brethren two good gainers, there they are within. When you have viewed and bought 'em, and ta'en the inventory of what they are ready for projection. There's no more to do. Cast on the medscene, so much silver as there is tin there, so much gold as brass, I'll give it you in by weight. Tri. But how long time, sir, must the saints expect yet? Sub. Let me see, how's the moon now? 8, 9, 10 days hence, he will be silver patate, then 3 days before he citronize. Some 15 days, the magisterium will be perfected. Ana. About the 2nd day of the 3rd week, in the 9th month. Sub. Yes, my good Ananias. Tri. What will the orphan's goods arise to, think you? Sub. Some 100 marks, as much as filled 3 cars, unladed now, you'll make 6 millions of them, but I must have more coals laid in. Tri. How? Sub. Another load, and then we have finished. We must now increase our fire to ignes ardens. We are past fimus equinis, balne, cineris, and all those lenter heats. If the holy purse should with this draught fall low, and that the saints do need a present sum, I have a trick to melt the pewter, you shall buy now, instantly, and with a tincture make you as good Dutch dollars as any are in Holland. Tri. Can you so? Sub. I, and shall bide the 3rd examination. Ana. It will be joyful tidings to the brethren. Sub. But you must carry it secret. Tri. I but stay, this act of coining, is it lawful? Ana. Lawful. We know no magistrate, or if we did this is foreign coin. Sub. It is no coining, sir. It is but casting. Tri. Huh. You distinguish well, casting of money may be lawful. Ana. Tease, sir. Tri. Truly, I take it so. Sub. There is no scruple, sir, to be made of it. Believe Ananias, this case of conscience he is studied in. Tri. I'll make a question of it to the brethren. Ana. The brethren shall approve it lawful, doubt not. Where shall it be done? Sub. For that we'll talk anon. There's some to speak with me. Go in, I pray you, and view the parcels. That's the inventory. I'll come to you straight. Who is it, face? Appear. How now? Good prize. Vase. Good pox. Yond costive cheater never came on. Sub. How then? Vase. I have walked the round till now, and no such thing. Sub. And have you quit him? Vase. Quit him. And hell would quit him too, he were happy. Slight. Would you have me stalk like a mill jade, all day, for one that will not yield us grains? I know him of old. Sub. Oh, but to have gulled him had been a mastery. Vase. Let him go, black boy. And turn thee, that some fresh news may possess thee. A noble count, a don of Spain, my dear delicious compeer and my party bawd, who is come hither private for his conscience, and brought munition with him, 6 great slops, bigger than 3 Dutch hoys, beside round trunks furnished with pistolets and pieces of 8, will straight be here, my rogue, to have thy bath, that is the colour. And to make his battery upon our Dol, our castle, our Cinque-Port, our Dover pier, are what thou wilt. Where is she? She must prepare perfumes, delicate linen, the bath in chief, a banquet, and her wit, for she must milk his epididymis. Where is the doxy? Sub. I'll send her to thee. and but dispatch my brace of little John Ladens, and come again myself. Vase. Are they within then? Sub. Numbering the sum. Vase. How much? Sub. 100 marks, boy. Vase. Why, this is a lucky day. 10 pounds of mammon. 3 of my clerk. A portag of my grocer. This of the brethren. Beside reversions, and states to come in the widow and my count. My share today will not be bought for 40. Dol. What? Vase. Pounds, dainty Dorothy. Art thou so near? Dol. Yes, say Lord General, how fares our camp? Vase. As with the few that had entrenched themselves safe, by their discipline, against a world, Dol, and laughed within those trenches, and grew fat with thinking on the booties, Dol, brought in daily by their small parties. This dear hour, a doughty Don is taken with my Dol, and thou mayst make his ransom what thou wilt, my Dowsable. He shall be brought here fettered with thy fair looks before he sees thee, and thrown in a down bed as dark as any dungeon, where thou shalt keep him waking with thy drum, my Dol, thy drum, till he be tame as the poor blackbirds were in the great frost, or bees are with a basin. And so hive him in the swan-skin coverlid and cambric sheets, till he work honey and wax, my little God's gift. Dol. What is he, General? Vase. An adelantado, a grandee girl. Was not my dapper here yet? Dol. No. Vase. Nor my drugger. Dol. Neither. Vase. A pox on 'em, they are so long a furnishing. Such stinkards would not be seen upon these festival days. How now? Have you done? Sub. Done. They are gone, the sum is here in bank, my face. I would we knew another chapman now would buy 'em outright. Vase. Slid, Nab shall dot against he have the widow to furnish household. Sub. Excellent, well thought on, pray God he come. Vase. I pray he keep away, till our new business be o'erpast. Sub. But face, how cam'st thou by the secret dawn? Vase. A spirit brought me intelligence in a paper here, as I was conjuring yonder in my circle for Surly. I have my flies abroad. Your bath is famous, subtle by my means. Sweet doll, you must go tune your virginal, no losing the least time, and do you hear? Good action. Firk like a flounder, kiss like a scallop close, and tickle him with thy mother tongue. His great verjugoship has not a jot of language, so much the easier to be cozened, my dolly. He will come here in a hired coach obscure, and our own coachman, whom I have sent as guide, no creature else. Who's that? Sub. It is not he. Vase. Oh no, not yet this hour. Sub. Who is't? Dol. Dapper your clerk. Vase. God's will then, Queen of Fairy, on with your tire, and doctor with your robes. Let's dispatch him for God's sake. Sub. 'Twill be long. Vase. I warrant you, take but the cues I give you, it shall be brief enough. Slight here a more. Able and I think the angry boy, the heir that fain would quarrel. Sub. And the widow. Vase. No, not that I see. Away. Oh, sir, you are welcome. The doctor is within a moving for you. I have had the most ado to win him to it. He swears you'll be the darling of the dice. He never heard her highness dote till now. Your aunt has given you the most gracious words that can be thought on. Zap. Shall I see her grace? Vase. See her and kiss her too, what honest Nab. Hast brought the damask? Nab. No, sir, here's tobacco. Vase. Tea's well done, Nab, thou'lt bring the damask too. Drug. Yes, here's the gentleman, Captain, Master Castrol, I have brought to see the doctor. Vase. Where's the widow? Drug. Sir, as he likes, his sister, he says, shall come. Vase. Oh, is it so? Good time. Is your name Castrol, sir? Kas. I and the best of the Castrols, I'd be sorry else, by 1,500 a year. Where is the doctor? My mad tobacco boy here tells me of one that can do things. Has he any skill? Vase. Wherein, sir? Kas. To carry a business, manage a quarrel fairly upon fit terms. Vase. It seems, sir, you are but young about the town, that can make that a question. Kas. Sir, not so young, but I have heard some speech of the angry boys, and seen them take tobacco and in his shop. And I can take it too. And I would fain be one of 'em, and go down and practice in the country. Vase. Sir, for the duello, the doctor, I assure you, shall inform you to the least shadow of a hair, and show you an instrument he has of his own making, wherewith no sooner shall you make report of any quarrel, but he will take the height on't most instantly, and tell in what degree of safety it lies in, or mortality. And how it may be borne, whether in a right line or a half circle, or may else be cast into an angle blunt if not acute, and this he will demonstrate. And then, rules to give and take the lie by. Kas. How? To take it. Vase. Yes, in oblique he'll show you, or in circle, but never in diameter. The whole town study his theorems, and dispute them ordinarily at the eating academies. Kas. But does he teach living by the wits too? Vase. Anything whatever. You cannot think that subtlety, but he reads it. He made me a captain. I was a stark pimp, just of your standing, for I met with him, it is not 2 months since. I'll tell you his method. First, he will enter you at some ordinary. Kas. No, I'll not come there, you shall pardon me. Vase. For why, sir? Kas. There's gaming there and tricks. Vase. Why would you be a gallant and not game? Kas. I 'twill spend a man. Vase. Spend you. It will repair you when you are spent. How do they live by their wits there, that have vented 6 times your fortunes? Kas. What 3,000 a year? Vase. I 40,000. Kas. Are there such? Vase. Ay, sir, and gallants yet. Here's a young gentleman is born to nothing, 40 marks a year, which I count nothing. He is to be initiated, and have a fly of the doctor. He will win you, by unresistible luck, within this fortnight, enough to buy a barony. They will set him upmost at the groom porter's all the Christmas, and for the whole year through at every place, where there is play, present him with the chair, the best attendance, the best drink. Sometimes 2 glasses of canary, and pay nothing, the purest linen and the sharpest knife, the partridge next his trencher, and somewhere the dainty bed in private with the dainty. You shall have your ordinaries bid for him, as playhouses for a poet, and the master pray him aloud to name what dish he affects, which must be buttered shrimps. And those that drink to no mouth else will drink to his, as being the goodly president mouth of all the board. Kas. Do you not gull one? Vase. Odds my life. Do you think it? You shall have a cast commander, can but get in credit with a glover or a spurrier, for some 2 pair of either's wear aforehand. Will, by most swift posts, dealing with him, arrive at competent means to keep himself, his punk and naked boy, in excellent fashion, and be admired for't. Kas. Will the doctor teach this? Vase. He will do more, sir. When your land is gone, as men of spirit hate to keep earth long, in a vacation, when small money is stirring, and ordinaries suspended till the term, he'll show a perspective, where on one side you shall behold the faces and the persons of all sufficient young heirs in town, whose bonds are current for commodity, on other side, the merchants' forms and others that without help of any second broker, who would expect a share, will trust such parcels. In the 3rd square, the very street and sign where the commodity dwells, and does but wait to be delivered, be it pepper, soap, hops or tobacco, oatmeal, woad, or cheeses. All which you may so handle, to enjoy to your own use, and never stand obliged. Kas. Vase. Is he such a fellow? Vase. Why, Nab here knows him. And then for making matches for rich widows, young gentlewomen, heirs, the fortunatest man. He's sent to, far and near, all over England to have his counsel, and to know their fortunes. Kas. God's will, my sister shall see him. Vase. I'll tell you, sir, what he did tell me of Nab. It's a strange thing. By the way, you must eat no cheese, Nab, it breeds melancholy, and that same melancholy breeds worms. But pass it, he told me, honest Nab here was ne'er at tavern but once in's life. Drug. Truth, and no more I was not. Vase. And then he was so sick. Drug. Could he tell you that too? Vase. How should I know it? Drug. In troth we had been a-shooting, and had a piece of fat ram mutton to supper, that lay so heavy o' my stomach. Vase. And he has no head to bear any wine, for what with the noise of the fiddlers, and care of his shop, for he dares keep no servants. Drug. My head did so ache. Vase. And he was fain to be brought home, the doctor told me, and then a good old woman. Drug. Yes, faith, she dwells in Seacoal Lane did cure me, with sodden ale, and pellitory of the wall, cost me but 2d. I had another sickness, was worse than that. Vase. Aye, that was with the grief thou took'st for being cessed at 18d, for the waterwork. Drug. In truth, and it was like tea, have cost me almost my life. Vase. Thy hair went off. Drug. Yes, sir, 'twas done for spite. Vase. Nay, so says the doctor. Kas. Pray thee, tobacco boy, go fetch my suster. I'll see this learned boy before I go, and so shall she. Vase. Sir, he is busy now, but if you have a sister to fetch hither, perhaps your own pains may command her sooner, and he by that time will be free. Kas. I go. Vase. Drugger, she's thine, the damask, subtle, and I must wrestle for her. Come on, Master Dapper, you see how I turn clients here away to give your cause dispatch. Have you performed the ceremonies were enjoined you? Dap. Yes, of the vinegar, and the clean shirt. Vase. 'Tis well, that shirt may do you more worship than you think. Your aunt's a fire, but that she will not show at tea have a sight of you. Have you provided for her grace's servants? Dap. Yes, here are 60 Edward shillings. Vase. Good. Dap. And an old Harry's sovereign. Vase. Very good. Dap. And 3 James shillings, and an Elizabeth groat, just 20 nobles. Vase. Oh, you are too just. I would you had had the other noble in Mary's. Dap. I have some Philip and Mary's. Vase. Aye, those same are best of all. Where are they? Hark the doctor. Enter subtle, disguised like a priest of fairy, with a stripe of cloth. Sub. Is yet her grace's cousin come? Vase. He is come. Sub. And is he fasting? Vase. Yes. Sub. And hath cried hum. Vase. Thrice you must answer. Dap. Thrice. Sub. And as oft buzz. Vase. If you have, say. Dap. I have. Sub. Then to her cuz, hoping that he hath vinegared his senses, as he was bid, the fairy queen dispenses. By me, this robe, the petticoat of fortune, which that he straight put on, she doth importune. And though to fortune near be her petticoat, yet nearer is her smock, the queen doth note. And therefore, even of that a piece she hath sent, which, being a child, to wrap him in was rent. And praise him for a scarf he now will wear it, with as much love as then her grace did tear it about his eyes, to show he is fortunate. And trusting unto her to make his state, he'll throw away all worldly pelf about him, which that he will perform, she doth not doubt him. Vase. She need not doubt him, sir. Alas, he has nothing, but what he will part withal as willingly, upon her grace's word throw away your purse as she would ask it, handkerchiefs and all she cannot bid that thing, but he'll obey. If you have a ring about you, cast it off, or a silver seal at your wrist. Her grace will send her fairies here to search you, therefore deal directly with her highness. If they find that you conceal a mite, you are undone. Dap. Truly, there's all. Vase. All what? Dap. My money, truly. Vase. Keep nothing that is transitory about you. Bid Dol play music, look, the elves are come. To pinch you, if you tell not truth. Advise you. Zap. Oh. I have a paper with a spurial int. Vase. T. They newt, they say. Sub. T. He has more yet. Vase. T. In the other pocket. Sub. T. They must pinch him, or he will never confess, they say. Zap. Oh. Vase. Nay, pray you hold, he is her grace's nephew T. What care you? Good faith you shall care, deal plainly, sir, and shame the fairies. Show you are innocent. Zap. By this good light I have nothing. Sub. T tuta. He does equivocate, she says. T do, tida, and swears by the light when he is blinded. Zap. By this good dark, I have nothing but a half-crown of gold about my wrist, that my love gave me, and a leaden heart I wore since she forsook me. Vase. I thought 'twas something. And would you incur your aunt's displeasure for these trifles? Come, I had rather you had thrown away 20 half-crowns. You may wear your leaden heart still, how now? Sub. What news, Dol? Dol. Yonder's your knight, Sir Mammon. Vase. Odds lid, we never thought of him till now. Where is he? Dol. Here hard by, he is at the door. Sub. And you are not ready now. Dol get his suit. He must not be sent back. Vase. Oh, by no means. What shall we do with this same Puffin here, now he's on the spit? Sub. Why lay him back a while, with some device. What our grace speak with me. I come help Dol. Vase. Who's there? Sir Epicure, my master's in the way. Please you to walk 3 or 4 turns, but till his back be turned, and I am for you quickly, Dol. Sub. Her grace commends her kindly to you, Master Dapper. Zap. I long to see her grace. Sub. She now is set at dinner in her bed, and she has sent you from her own private trencher, a dead mouse, and a piece of gingerbread to be merry withal, and stay your stomach, lest you faint with fasting. Yet if you could hold out till she saw you, she says, it would be better for you. Vase. Sir, he shall hold out, and tweer this 2 hours for her highness, I can assure you that. We will not lose all we have done. Sub. He must not see, nor speak to any body till then. Vase. For that will put, sir, a stay in's mouth. Sub. Of what? Vase. Of gingerbread. Make you it fit. He that hath pleased her grace thus far, shall not now crinkle for a little. Gape, sir, and let him fit you. Sub. Where shall we now bestow him? Dol. In the privy. Sub. Come along, sir, I now must show you Fortune's privy lodgings. Vase. Are they perfumed, and his bath ready? Sub. All, only the fumigations somewhat strong. Vase. Sir Epicure, I am yours, sir, by and by.